Hello folks, Dave here, and today I want to take a look at my top 5 toys from Robots in Disguise. That's the 2015 Robots in Disguise that followed on from Transformers Prime. Specifically looking at the toy line with my top 5 here, and big fan of the show, watched it with my now 11-year-old son as he was growing up. Really great. I know a lot of people that were fans of Prime before that didn't really get into Robots in Disguise because it went from the darker tone of Prime into the lighter, more child-focused Robots in Disguise. But for me, it was a fantastic show to watch with my son, having been someone who grew up with the original Transformers myself and loved it, to be able to have a Transformers show that had that same light-hearted feel, that was suitable for kids, and just a lot of fun, and watch that with my son and share that with him, and to get the toys for him as well. It's just a really good experience, and yeah, so it's like a second wave of nostalgia for me in a way, and really loved it. But onto the toys then. So yeah, excellent toy line, and mainly the Warrior class toys were where the quality was fantastic, similar to the deluxes in the War for Cybertron really. That was where the quality was for this particular toy line. They had some larger bots that were just simpler 3-step changes, some 1-step changes that weren't that great, and then the small Legion class that were just your cheap as chips sort of thing. Before I start on my top 5, I'm going to give one special mention to a Legion class. None of them are going to make the list of the top 5 because comparatively they were cheaply made, but this one is just a lot of fun and a fun character in the show, and I wanted to give it a bit of a special mention. So this is Legion class Springload, and he's a little frog that turns into a car, and a very silly character from the show. If you've seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. And yeah, that's just a fun little toy, and one that my son really loved. So I just wanted to give him a little look in there. Now moving on to the top 5. My number 5 is a Warrior class, and it's Warrior class Soundwave. I think he came in quite late in the toy line, and yeah, he came into the show with his look similar to how he appeared in Prime, and then I can't remember exactly now off the top of my head. I think he might have changed his look in the show later on. Yeah, I think he did. And then this toy would have been based on that look. So he transforms into like an armoured communications truck or something, and it makes a lot of sense. And I like to see a Soundwave that has an alt mode that's not his G1 tape deck, that's something a bit different, a vehicle mode. I do like a vehicle mode, as you may have known if you've watched some of my previous videos, and this one looks really good in his alt mode, and here in his bot mode looks fantastic too. Obviously you've got your G1 inspiration there. He comes with his shoulder cannon, which comes off and can be used as a handheld gun alternatively. He's got obviously the yellow detailing around the chest to look like the window from his G1 self. His head, he's got a nice clear red translucent plastic in his head, which when you get the light behind there glows up really nicely. Got a similar clear plastic on the wheels as well, which looks really cool. And yeah, just nice detailing, nothing too fancy, but just little bits of paint here and there just to bring some bits out and highlight bits, and overall looks really really nice. Got these little bits coming down over the shoulders, cleans up quite well around the back as well, just a couple of little gaps in there, and overall really nice bot. So we'll move on. Number 4 is a 3-step changer now, one of the big bots, Grimlock. There were a couple of 3-step changes in the line. This is the later one from the Combiner Force line, and it's a fantastic big chunky toy, and it's good because he was a big chunky bot, so this works better for me than his Warrior class version, even though the Warrior class cleans up a little bit better. This just works because it has that heft to it, that size to it, and it's a really fun toy to play around with. Simple transformation, next to no articulation, really, just elbows there. but nice and big and chunky and good looking. And I like the green and black Grimlock. I'm a fan. So he's cool. And voiced by Carrie Payton in the show fantastically. Just a really good, fun character. Number 3 for me is a warrior class. It's going to be warrior class all the way from now. And this is Fracture. He's very cool. Very sort of skinny. And sort of thin all the way up. Menacing looking. Comes with this amazing, massive, long rifle that can fold in half in the middle to attach to his side when he's in his vehicle mode, which is an awesome hover bike mode. Fantastic. And then he's got this wonderful head sculpt where he's got like a mohawk along the top and a really thin, with a pointy chin, menacing look on his face. Just really cool. Again, not a lot of paint on these guys, but just in the right places, just to bring out some of the details. It really works well, and they're well made. They feel solid, and yeah, even though they're not up to the same standard as the War for Cybertron bots, for example, as a children's toy line, fantastic quality, and you can really appreciate it. Even as an adult collector, you can see what's gone into these, and they're really good fun. So moving on now to number 2, Warrior Class Strongarm. Probably my favourite character in the show, Strongarm. Really good. Just yeah, just an awesome interaction. The interplay between her and Sideswipe, her relationship with Bumblebee in the show, fantastic. As a toy, this just looks really cool. A nice female Autobot that hasn't got that really slender, feminine frame. She's strong. She looks feminine, sure, but she is strong and a little bit bulkier. And she knows what she wants, and she sticks to her guns, and she's awesome. And this is a fantastic toy. She's got a really nice police truck alt mode, and she comes with this gun that's just got a moulded in blast effect on the front. She's just really nice, really cool to play around with. Her sticker's coming off. You can see she's had a lot of play, this one. Her sticker's coming off slightly, but she's great. And again, just a really good work that they've done on the head sculpts in this toy line, I think. Just to make them a bit distinctive, a bit different. And that yellow crest on the head standing out there, really nice. Nice moulding on the front of the shins. And yeah, she has a bit of stuff going on with these wings around the back. You can position them out slightly more if you want, or you can just stick them in behind her. Don't mind any of that. Bit of gapping in the back of the legs, but yeah, not a huge problem there. As a toy, great fun. And we might be getting a new version of Strongarm in Legacy. There has been a leak suggesting a version of Strongarm, whether that would be this character or the Energon Strongarm, I don't know, but we will wait and see. And actually, I'd be quite happy with either of those. Fantastic toy, Warrior Class Strongarm. And then my number 1 is Thermidor Warrior Class. Now this is a repaint of the Warrior Class Bisque that I was never able to get. I understand Bisque wasn't well distributed in this country or whatever, but I did get Thermidor, the repaint. Fantastic. Love the character of Bisque in the show. Thermidor wasn't really in it much, but the toy is fantastic and looks great. I do have a 3-step version of Bisque, which is cool too, but yeah, the quality of the Warrior Class is really just exceptional. Got slightly stumpy legs, and he has got gaps in the back of his legs. There's always a bit of cost saving somewhere when you're making toys for kids, I suppose. But overall, very good. These nice big chunky shoulder bits that form the front of the car mode. Big claws. fantastic. It's a lobster. He's got these 2 guns with him, and an incredible head sculpt, the little antennae sticking up, and little bits on his chin. And again, just little bits of colour, the highlights, little bit of colour around the wheel. Yeah, what's great about these toys, they have these lovely angular designs, quite simplistic in their way, but then they put enough detail and enough paint just to make them look more interesting. And overall, this to me is one of the best Transformers toy lines you've ever got. Great to be able to buy them for my son and play with them with him and enjoy them with him, and yeah, fantastic. And I would actually recommend these for adult collectors as well, as something to buy and keep and enjoy, because they're just a really good quality toy. So that is my top 5 Robots in Disguise 2015 toys. Thank you for watching this, guys. This has been Dave Nipples, and I will see you soon. Bye.